Formalities. Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Joe Arrington, Arrington, Public Information Officer, San Antonio Fire. Just before 3 p.m., we were called out here to the 5100 block of USAA Boulevard for report of a structure fire. First in crews found a large fire on a balcony of an apartment that had spread to the common attic area. When that fire got into the attic area, obviously there's a light breeze today. That light breeze allowed that fire in that common attic area to spread quickly throughout an entire building. Our crews got inside really fast and tried to get ahead of that fire. The fire got really fast in that attic area. While they were inside, we started having catastrophic roof collapse. We had to get our firefighters outside of there because the roof was collapsing quickly. We had to go defensively to fight the fire. Unfortunately, one entire building is going to be a total loss. That's 16 apartments, 8 on each side of the building, so will be a total loss. 9 of those 16 apartments were occupied. The apartment management will be able to house those individuals here on property. They've also already contacted the Red Cross to provide assistance to those folks. Very fortunately, there was nobody, everyone is accounted for. There's one resident that's being evaluated by EMS for very minor injury, potentially smoke inhalation from early on in the fire. We were able to rescue multiple pets. They're still looking for a few, finding a lot of them that were hiding. Again, the crews got in there, tried to get stopped ahead of the fire that was moving in that common attic space. These older apartments don't necessarily have the fire stops in the attics like the new apartments do, so that fire got in there and moved quickly through that common attic space, which led to losing obviously the whole building. Some of these buildings are really close together, so we were able to keep it contained to that one building. It didn't spread to the next buildings, which we're very fortunate. The wind's not a huge factor today, just that light breeze allowed it. Once it got in that from the patio to the common attic, it moved really fast. It got way ahead of us. You never want to see a fire like this, but fortunately, middle of the afternoon, late afternoon, most everyone's still in school and at work, so nobody was really at home. Only a handful of people were still in here. They were able to get out safely. If this happens at the middle of the night, we're talking about a different story. We're talking about a lot of rescues having to take place, people out on their balconies. We're having to save a lot more people. Everyone that was here, that was home, was able to get out safely. So again, very fortunate. Everyone's accounted for. Our firefighters are safe. We did have some kind of touch and go moments, having to get our people out really quickly when the chimneys started to collapse and cave in on top of the roof as it was failing and collapsing in on itself. But we were able to get out. All the residents were able to get out, and unfortunately, we did lose that one entire building. So 16 apartments will be uninhabitable. It will be a total loss. But again, they'll be able to rehouse those folks here on property.
It started on a 3rd or 2nd floor.
It's a 2-story. The building that was lost is a 2-story apartment. 2-story building. It appears to have started on it looks like an upstairs balcony. Investigators are here taking a look at it, but that's what the first in crew reported, is that there was a fire on an upstairs balcony that looked like it had already spread to the attic when they got here.
Talking like potentially like an ashtray, barbecue pit.
Don't know for sure. They just reported heavy fire on a balcony that had spread into the attic already when they got here. So how far ahead of them that fire was, we don't really know. They reported heavy fire on the attic, and they could see it or heavy fire on the balcony, and they could see it in the attic already.
And you were asked from the school here.
Right.
Is this street closure going to impact pickup time, or are they ready to go?
I think that when we pulled up, it looks like everyone had already been picked up. There were no buses still here. I parked at the school, obviously, when we came in, and the fire trucks were already here. I think we just missed pickup time, hopefully. The street USAA Boulevard is going to be closed for a little while. We're hoping to, this went to a second alarm. I forgot to mention that, I'm sorry. Anytime we have a working fire in an apartment complex, we do upgrade it to a second alarm to get twice as many resources here as possible, because the potential for it to spread, we want to make sure we have enough resources here. So there were upwards of 100 firefighters here on scene at its peak. We have started to kind of downsize that response now and get some of our units back in service. The fire is out, it's under control. We're just looking for hotspots now. So.
They're just like checking hotspots at this
Right,
point.
where you can see the ladder trucks behind me and the fire that's kind of the steam on it, that's where the fire was. It's building 14 there behind me. So right now we're just hitting hotspots. Won't be able to go back in there really like we would typically in a residential house where we'd go in and dig through it because the roof is gone. So it'll be ladder trucks and large hand lines
They'll be out here for a couple of
Yeah, we're gonna be here for quite a while. Hopefully we'll be able to get USAA Boulevard back open soon. It's mainly just support vehicles that are out here now.
The surrounding buildings, were they evacuated?
They were evacuated early on. We're going to be able to start letting people back in there. Once we can isolate, we killed the power to that whole area, but once we can isolate that one building that was impacted and get the power back onto the other buildings. That's why CPS is out here so we can return the power to the surrounding buildings and just isolate the power off to the building where the fire was.
And you said management is going to house them.
Right, management did say, so there were 9 people, 9 units of the 16 were occupied. Don't have an exact number, but we're estimating 18 to 20 individuals living in those apartments. But management did say they have 9 vacant apartments on property, so they'll be able to house them here on property, and Red Cross has already been contacted to assist them with their needs. Everybody good?